A very good evening, and thanks for clicking on to the 39th edition of Vogan's Weather and Climate Report. Hope everybody is well and enjoyed their weekend thus far. And it is the final day of April. This is the 2 meter temperature anomalies for the planet over the last month or so. And of course, you can see here quite a mixed bag actually. It's a 50-50 a wee bit with regards to warmer versus colder than average. Now you can see here the kind of standout colder than average. Actually, India and Pakistan, despite the fact that a lot of mainstream media would have you believe that it has been exceptionally hot in this region of the planet, but in fact it has been below average. Africa, once again, below average compared to normal. Most of Europe below average, and indeed Mongolia, central portions of Russia has been below average. Western Australia has been below average as well. Central and Western North America, or United States really should I say, below average across Alaska. It has been a very cold month compared to average here, as you can see, and it's been warmer than average. Northern portions of North America and indeed Greenland, which has had a very negative NAO month overall. Looking at Europe in closer view, you can see here that the significantly warmer than average northern portion of the UK has been really well chipped away over the last week or so, thanks to northerly winds and colder conditions. Still below average, as you can see here, most of England and Wales, average across Ireland and Northern Ireland. Central Europe, once again, for the fourth time in a row for the month of April, it has been largely below average for this region, which is quite interesting. Warmer than average across Spain and Portugal, and indeed we have seen a preliminary new April record for both Spain and the continent of Europe, with a temperature in excess of 38 Celsius at Cordoba Airport in southern Spain. So let's get to the extremes that have taken place around the planet over the last week or so. Of course, this is the weekly look back at the extremes that has gone on. But, if you're enjoying the video, please like, share, and if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. There is a lot of content here on the channel that I strive to produce, unique content at that. And of course, there is the new May Outlook now released on markvoganweather.com, so do check that out if you haven't already done so. I'll leave a link in the description below. And as well as that, you can follow my daily updates on both Facebook as well as Twitter. So this is a tweet by our good friend Thierry Goose. I tend to look quite specifically at both Thierry Goose, based in Vancouver, Canada, as well as Maximiliano Herrera, based in Costa Rica in Latin America, for global weather extremes and updates on a regular basis. So a temperature back on the 25th of April of 20.0 Celsius at Ashcroft, British Columbia. That was the first 20 Celsius of the year for British Columbia. It's also one of the latest 20 Celsius readings in British Columbia history, which is quite interesting. There's always interesting things going on around the planet, of course, and that is the reason why I do these Sunday global weather and climate reports. I was going to look at the situation with regards to global sea surface temperatures, the fact that are at a record level, and a record being since the satellite era began. But if I'm being honest with you, I have been pretty swamped in the last few days, and really the last few weeks, in fact. If I'm being honest, I just happened to get married yesterday, and it has been a pretty chaotic previous days as well as weeks. So I'm sure you will appreciate the fact that I'm not necessarily looking in today's edition of the Global Weather and Climate Report in as much detail as I normally do have. I will be getting up in the next few hours to be going away to Poland for, I suppose it is a honeymoon. I did have Poland booked actually long before we even set a date for getting married, so it's just a little bit of a coincidence that we got married yesterday. and then we happen to head off tomorrow to Krakow, which actually looks to be relatively cool if I'm being honest. But anyway, I'm as usual. I'm digressing, and we'll get back to the weather extremes around the world. So you can see here, this is also a tweet by Terry on the 25th of April. Remarkably low temperatures in parts of Japan, with temperatures as low as minus 8.2 at Yabakuba, or whatever you. I'm never good at pronouncing these names, if I'm being honest. But it's a notably cold temperature for April 25th, since the May monthly record at this station is minus 7.5. And of course, we're only 5 days away from the end of the month by the time we reached the 25th of April here. So very, very significant cold in parts of Japan, based on the fact that we've had incredible warmth in recent times. China, Japan, the Koreas, we've seen these big flips around in the last 6, 7, 8 months, from record breaking cold to record breaking warmth. And once again, these big flips back and forward continue from record warmth back to in a very significant cold, of course. Parts of China as well, we've seen upwards of 25 plus records for, I believe, date records, but possible monthly records for northern portions of China. Given the fact that we've had incredible warmth, is pretty remarkable stuff, of course. So record hot day, Morocco, 39.4 Celsius was the maximum. Then we've seen temperatures exceed 40, 41 Celsius for the first time in recorded history for April. And you can see here, kind of skipping through the sequence here, then the temperatures at Ashcroft, for example, 22.3. So after we exceeded the 20 Celsius for the first time this year, we're seeing that warm up fairly significant as we go forward here. Brutal heat wave. This is Maximiliano Herrera. Brutal heat wave in Morocco, with monthly records being destroyed by 3 to 4 Celsius. As we can see here, from the 25th, after that first 20, we're seeing the temperatures really significantly rise in parts of British Columbia, with Ashcroft once again now starting to reach the mid-20s, which is quite impressive stuff, of course. And then as we continue through, we're seeing 37.4 at El Grande, which tied the April national record for Spain, set back in 2011. Then we eventually broke that record for Spain. We also seen a new record for Portugal as well, set. We'll have a quick look at that in just a wee second here. Let's have a very quick skip through here. Sorry, this is a little bit impromptu. 41.3 Celsius at Marrakesh, a new April record for Morocco, as you can see here. Also very, very warm nights, as well as incredible warmth by daytime here. I'm kind of just skipping through. I do apologize for the kind of kind of back and forth here, as per usual with the global weather and climate report. I tend to miss stuff as per usual. So Spain, Portugal, Morocco, all-time records, but also Andorra set a new April record of 30 Celsius at Borda Vidal, an elevation of 873 meters above sea level. Incredible warmth for this height, this elevation above sea level, for the time of the year, of course. Yeah, incredible stuff here. Then, of course, bear in mind, first 20 in British Columbia for the year. By the time we reached 29th of April, we've seen a temperature at Lytton in British Columbia of 30.1 Celsius. So very, very impressive rise in temperature in British Columbia, as you can see here. So Cordoba, 38.7 Celsius. A new Spain and a new European record was achieved back on the 27th of April in this region of the planet here. Many, many monthly records has been set in this region of the world. Morocco has also set an all-time record. Portugal, as well as Spain, setting all-time records for heat continue to skip through. We had significant heat across parts of South America here. So just bear with me here as I skip through, looking at interesting things. A lot of the focus has been about the all-time record-breaking warmth. Spain, Portugal, Morocco, Europe overall. We've seen significant temperature contrasts across parts of North America as well. So yeah, very, very impressive stuff indeed. And I think if I'm being quite honest with you, that is probably me for today. Yeah, short and sweet global weather and climate report. I usually run out of time. I'm not going to be doing that today. So I'm going to cut this short. Do stay tuned, stay up to date over the next couple of days. I will be doing a European outlook from Krakow in Portugal. Portugal. Sorry, it's been a long day. In Poland over the next few days, it will be a little bit kind of hit and miss. It won't be every day. It will probably be every other day. So stay tuned for that. Do please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you again next time with more. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.